Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. So today's question is, what do your spirit guides want you to know? So what I have here are 3 stacks of cards. Now if you just want to pick by the cards, okay, and we'll get started with group number 1, and I'll post the timestamps below. Thanks so much. Good luck. Hi group 1. And the question was, what do your spirit guides want you to know? So let's take a look. High Priestess, 4 of Swords, 6 of Wands, Transformation, Time, the Horse Spirit, Fates, and Perception. Okay, so just give me a minute to take a look here and then we'll... Okay. Can you see all those? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so for transformation, this talks about new beginnings. So they're telling you that you have some new beginnings coming headed in your direction. And they're reminding you that when one door closes, another opens. So this is a positive change that's happening. And it's probably something that you're in the middle of right now, you're going through. And it's telling you not to be afraid of change, because these are all positive changes. The 4 of Swords is talking about taking a break if you need to. I think you're taking on too much, and they're recognizing that you might be a little bit anxious for the future. So sometimes taking a time out to take care of yourself and be alone will give you time to let go of the past and prepare for the future. Is the past preventing you from moving forward? So you see all these things happening, all these transformation and exciting changes, but sometimes you might get a little bit anxious about it. So the 6 of Wands, so they recognize that you do a lot and you need to take a break. So don't be ashamed to take a break, and don't be afraid to admit when you need some time to yourself, because you'll be recognized. It doesn't mean you haven't achieved what you achieved, and it doesn't mean you don't work hard, but it's okay to take a break. The High Priestess card is about seeing beyond. So everything's going to make sense soon for you. And they're reminding you that you're more powerful than you give yourself credit for. The Horse Spirit is about you being capable of achieving anything. And your spirit guides are helping you. And even when you feel alone, they're reminding you that they're there. Even when you feel alone and you're having those anxious times. So with the Time card, I get the feeling like sometimes you feel like you're running out of time. There's not enough time. So that's part of what's adding to you feeling overwhelmed. And they're saying don't be fueled by fear and trust the process. So even when you're temporarily struggling, you know, you can always course correct. If things turn out the way you don't want to, you can always change them again. So there really is no need to be worried, because you can always fix things. You can always change things and make the best of things. The quote, "This too shall pass," is important for you right now. Okay, so the Fates card, it's telling you that you can't control everything, and you trying to control everything is part of what's causing you a lot of this needless anxiety. Things will make sense soon. And sometimes it's difficult to understand why these things happened in the past, and you might have that feeling like, why do bad things happen to good people? But they're reminding you that acceptance leads to peace, okay? And things will get easier. So you've already been through the hurdle, so you're at the point now where you're going through a transformation for the better, and they're just reminding you of that. You keep getting the message, things are going to get easier. They see that you're worrying and things will get better. So perception is all about appreciating what you have, okay? So, and knowing how strong you are. And they're reminding you to dream about a positive future. So they recognize that you spend a lot of your time in your head worrying, but they're reminding you to when you can, catch yourself doing that and instead of worrying, start imagining about the things that could go right. I had to learn that too. Like a lot of times I think, oh, what if this happens? Or what if this doesn't work out? But then I have to remind myself, oh, what if it does work out? Things can work out. Making sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, so take time to yourself if you need. Take time to relax. Recognize that things are going to get easier. And you have more power than you give yourself credit for. You're more capable than you give yourself credit for. Because look what you've already been through. So you really can do anything. So let's do your charms. So I changed the little container that I had my charms in just because I found the other one kind of loud. So hopefully this, I don't know, this might be a little bit quieter. So I'm just going to move that into frame. I'll put these here. Just give me a sip of my tea here. Okay. Okay, so group 1. Time. Oh my gosh, did you not pull the time? For some reason I thought you had something about time in here. Time! Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I love that. Sorry, I just checked the camera. But look, time and the time card. So, because you pulled a double, it's wanting to remind you that you do have enough time. You seem to be really worried about time and running out of time, but you're not. There's so much time to do everything that you need to do and everything that you want to accomplish. So don't get overwhelmed. That's so cool. It's okay to say no sometimes when you need to. It's okay to take time to yourself. I think a lot of us, like, we never want to let anyone down, so we say yes to things even when we don't want to do them or help with something. Like, you don't have to always be there for people. It's nice to be there for people, but you also have to take care of yourself. So you are getting tired and you're putting too much on yourself. But you know this, so you already understand this and recognize this. And here with the helping hand, ask for help if you need it. And that help could just be asking for a timeout. So asking for time off, maybe asking for a little bit of quiet time or alone time. Because you're working really hard and it's taking a little bit of a toll on you mentally, so it's stressing you out. You're stressing yourself out quite a bit, and it's causing you to put your guard up. So yeah, treat yourself. Take some time out. Ask for help if you need. It's okay to say no. And the main point here then, because we got a double, it's definitely that there is enough time to reach your goals. Don't worry so much about time. Don't get so overwhelmed that you're not going to get everything finished, because you will. And your spirit guides are there to help you. Okay, group 1, I hope that resonated. I'd love to hear about it in the comments if it did. I really enjoy reading your comments. And if you have any suggestions for other pick a card readings, I'd love to hear them as well. Feel free to subscribe. And hit the little bell if you want to be the first to hear about new posts. Okay? Thanks so much, group 1. Hi, group 2. Let's see what you got. So you got co-create, recovery, adaptability, 6 of Swords, Queen of Cups, 2 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, and the Turtle Spirit. Okay, so just give me a minute. I'm just going to take a look and see what comes to mind here. See what messages your spirit guides have for you. Okay, so immediately what I notice is that you've got 2 2s. So balance is a big theme here. And your spirit guides want you to know that you're doing a good job. They see that you're juggling right now. So you're probably juggling work, maybe college or university, maintaining a home. Maybe you're struggling, like juggling relationships, friendships, and everything all together. So they see that you're juggling and that you're working hard, but you're keeping a positive attitude. So that's the way to be. But they're reminding you to open up to a little bit of help if you need it. And they're saying that you bottle things up. You bottle up your emotions. So they want you to embrace a little bit of the Queen of Cups here and be open about your feelings and what you need. They're also saying you might be having trouble making a choice, and the answer will be clear soon, okay? But yeah, be open to what you want and your feelings. They're also saying that you're letting go of anger from the past, and that's awesome. There's one of my favorite quotes that just came to mind, so I'll say it, and it's holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. So when you hold on to anger and resentment, really you're only harming yourself. So they're reminding you to let go of any anger. Okay. So with the Six of Swords, they are telling you to try and look at things positively as you've been doing. So they see that you're trying your hardest to stay positive, and they're telling you to keep trying to do that. Keep being positive. And things will be getting less overwhelming soon, so you're going to find balance soon. So you see the two, there's balance here. Okay, so adaptability. They're wondering are you having trouble letting go? And are you resisting change so much that it's driving you into anxiety? So maybe that's why you're juggling so much and trying to balance so much, because you're taking on too much. Okay, so the recovery card is saying don't be afraid to face your fears, because everything will be okay. You have courage, and they're saying don't be afraid. They just keep saying don't be afraid. Things are going to fall into place. So you're feeling overwhelmed sometimes now, but things are going to work out. And you've had to work really hard throughout the year. So that's why you're able to juggle kind of almost, some people see it as almost effortless, but that's because you've had to work hard for a long time. So they're saying that hard work will pay off and that positive attitude will pay off. So with the co-create card, again, they're saying, you might be sometimes taking on too much at once again. So if you get overwhelmed, take a break, because sometimes they say that you get so overwhelmed that you decide to not just not do anything at all and not do it at all. So they see that you're overwhelmed sometimes, and they're saying it's okay to ask for help, because that's what they're there for. So the turtle card is talking about keep going, 1 foot at a time. Allow yourself to let go of some control. The other message here is to release fear. Okay, so don't focus so much on doing, focus on just doing your best. Like, one person can only do so much, and you expect so much of yourself that you almost you exhaust yourself from everything that you put onto yourself. And because you're used to that, you might not realize how tired it's making you. But your main messages here are stay positive. Things are going to get easier. The Six of Swords is one of my favorite cards. And I've been pulling it a lot this week. So it's about rocky waters, but in the near future is really smooth, calm water. So it's telling you that things are going to get a lot easier, and it's recognizing how hard you've worked to get here. But I think sometimes you forget that there is help, both with people like in your life, friends, but also your spirit guides. Like they want to help you and show you signs, but you overwhelm yourself so much you might not see those. Yeah, so it's saying don't resist change so much because change is inevitable. Just kind of try your best to just go with the flow and not take on too much at once. But your message is that they see that you're doing your best. Things are going to get easier. Keep staying positive. Keep being, I think you're probably a very funny person and you deal with things through humor. So keep, watch things that make you laugh. Laugh with friends. Laugh with family. Stay positive. Keep that kind of fun, attitude that you have, because you're going to be rewarded for it. Things are going to get easier soon. And right now, this time of year, if you're watching in April, like springtime can, like depending on where you live, it can kind of sometimes be like we're kind of right going into spring, so we're getting over kind of the winter blues. So you might still be feeling a little bit of that, but the sun comes out, things are going to get easier. Let's do your charms. I'll just shuffle them over here. Whoa. Okay. You know what I love about tarot and charms is that it always matches up. Like, it always just makes sense. So earlier I said you bottle things up. We have the symbol for that. So you are bottling things up. So don't be afraid to talk about things. The little squirrel, you're working hard, you're doing everything. You might be so focused on everything that you have to do that you're not taking time to enjoy. Spider, yeah, you're working hard. Okay, so with this, it's telling you to talk to friends if you need to. The bird too. Okay, again, another symbol for opening up. So they're really stressing to you that you need to open up about your feelings. So talk. You don't have to bottle everything up. And if you need help, so for some of you, you might be a mom and you feel like you're always having to do everything on your own, and maybe the family doesn't help you out. So sometimes people just don't pay attention. So just don't be shy to ask for help and say that you're feeling overwhelmed, because you're juggling a lot and you're working really hard, and they recognize that. I think perhaps you're a water sign. And if you're not, you might just have some tendencies of a water sign to feel, you can feel things very intensely, can be very emotional, but also remember to, with the Queen of Cups that you pulled, be open about your feelings too. So don't just bottle them up, because then they can overwhelm you. Things are going to be clear soon. Things are going to make sense, okay? So to summarize, oh, look, I forgot about him. Okay, so this charm for me symbolizes taking time to relax, and because the reason for that is because dogs live in the moment, right? Dogs don't worry about the future. They don't worry about what they have to do. They just are in the moment. So it's reminding you to take time to do that. So the little fish is reminding you to just keep swimming. So if you saw the movie Finding Nemo, you remember Dory, just keep swimming. Okay, so don't bottle things up. Talk to people if you need to. Things are going to get easier. You're recognized for being positive and funny and making the best of things, but still don't overwhelm yourself. And don't be afraid for the future. Have courage. You've been strong up until now. You can keep being strong, because things are getting easier, especially with that Six of Swords that you pulled. Everything's going to come into place. Remember, release fear. Don't focus on doing, just focus on being. Live in the moment. Do the best you can. You can only do what you can in the moment. So just work on what you can when you can do it, and everything will work out. Okay, group 2, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Feel free to subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to hear about future videos. Okay, thanks so much. Bye. Okay, so group 3. Okay, let's see what you got. Eight of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, the Fortune's Wheel, the Star, Liberation, Love is All Around, All That Glitters, and Self-Worth. So just give me a minute to just try and get whatever messages your spirit guides have for you, and we'll get to your charms in just a minute. We'll just see what cards we have first. Okay. So with the Eight of Swords, it's telling me that you might be feeling trapped or stuck, and you're not. So they're saying you can rescue yourself. So you're feeling trapped right now or stuck, maybe not motivated, or you're just feeling like you can't get ahead sometimes. You can. You're not stuck. Okay. And the other thing too is, what are you basing, I'm getting a strong feeling right now, what are you basing your self-worth on? Okay, so the Star, are you comparing yourself to other people like on Instagram or YouTube? You need to remember that that is all fake. So no one's posting, people only post the highlights of their life. So if you're looking at somebody's Instagram and everything seems perfect and their selfies are always perfect and their skin is always perfect and they have the best outfits or they have a nice car or they have a beautiful home or they have lots of friends, like a lot of that is appearances, okay? So I'm not saying they don't have some of those things, but most of the time it's not as perfect as it seems or as they're posting it. So I had a friend once who had a picture that she looked really happy in on her counter, and I was like, oh wow, what a nice picture. She's like, oh yeah, like that was when, and she described something that was really difficult in her life at that point. She's like, I was faking that smile. So, you know, don't compare your life to other people because you're not seeing the whole picture. Everyone has challenges, okay? So it just wants you to know that. And it's reminding you to follow what you truly want. So you have these dreams, so just pick the things that you truly want. Don't go for things just because you feel like that's what, you know, that's what other people have, so that's what you should have. Like, what do you want? It's good to imagine what you want and have fantasies and follow your dreams, but just make sure that they're what you want. So the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Earth, you will be provided with everything that you need and what's important. So your spirit guide is saying that you're going to get everything that you need and everything that you want and everything that's important in life. And the only thing we can be certain of is that things keep changing. So, you know, you might as well be happy with what you have. Happily ever after isn't always what we thought, but you have to remember things don't have to be perfect to be happy. I've had some really amazing days on days when I was going through something really hard, because I look back and I think, oh my gosh, that was such an amazing day, and I think about what I was going through during that time. Like, things don't need to be perfect and picture perfect in order for you to be happy, because then you're just going to keep chasing what you don't have when you have everything that you need to be happy. I mean, you're alive, really. So the Fortune's Wheel is saying don't fear change and accept uncertainty. And we saw that before in another card. So uncertainty really is the key to happiness. If you want, maybe go on Pinterest and type in uncertainty quotes, because they're really motivating. So when we try to be sure of how things are going to work out and plan, that creates like a rigid expectation, and it doesn't allow for new things to come in. Okay, so it's also saying pay attention to signs right now. So you might be really in tune to signs. So numbers, you might be seeing triple numbers everywhere, or seeing symbolism that catches your eye. So just pay attention to those signs. It just means things are, you know, coming all together. So it's telling you that you're worthy. With the self-worth card, you're worthy of everything that you want. Like, maybe sometimes you get down on yourself and think, oh, I could never have that, but you can. You're worthy of everything. Just, again, make sure it's what you want. It's not just because other people have it. So receiving is an action. And what I mean by that is the law of attraction. So if you keep saying things like, oh, I don't have that, I don't have this, I'll never have that, then that's what's going to happen. But if you say things like, oh, I'm worthy of this, I deserve this, I'm grateful for this, good things are going to start to come. And research law of attraction. I believe in it. Actually came up in another reading this week. So all that glitters just sort of reiterates the point about false, facades, people, the masks people wear, and seeing beyond the superficial. So it's just reminding you that everyone is going through their own battle, no matter how easy their life seems because of what they're posting, or I should say what they're not posting, because they're not posting those challenges. For the most part, they're just posting highlights and the good things and the vacations and the new, the shopping sprees and the smiles and the fun nights. Like, they're not posting necessarily real life. And it's fun to have Instagram and social media, but things aren't always as they appear. It's reminding you not to be jealous. Try to avoid the feeling jealous, because you're capable of having everything that you want too. They're saying you'll experience your own moment. You're going to experience your shining moment. The sun always comes back up, and we're going into summer. You're going to feel that warmth and all the abundance that's around you. So, last card, Kali, Liberation. The main message here is just keep being courageous. You're not alone, okay? Keep getting, you're not alone right now. You might feel that way sometimes, but I'm telling you, you're not alone. That's the main message. You're not alone. Okay? You're not trapped. You can rescue yourself. You can have all those things that you want. Don't overwhelm yourself. Everything that you want, you can achieve. But again, just remember, not everything that you see is really what's happening. So let's do your charms. Whoa. Okay. Whoa, okay, look at this. A lot of matching symbolism here. Heart, okay. Okay, so follow your dreams. It's reminding you to see things beyond the surface with the little narwhal here. So things aren't always as they appear. There's more beneath the surface, like we were talking about with Instagram and Facebook and all that. There's more beneath the surface. Remind yourself of that. Not everyone's life isn't more perfect than yours. I promise. Okay, the little lion is talking about what the liberation card just said when I said be courageous, so be brave. Okay, you're going to go far in your life. Keep being persistent. So this charm talks about persistence. Things might seem slow and steady, or like they're going slow for you, and you feel like everyone's life is so exciting and happening quickly. Yours is it's happening. So we have two symbols here of slow travel. So it's talking about not travel literally necessarily, but talking about things seeming like they're going slow, but they're going to pick up. Things will pick up for you, but it's going to require some hard work, in your actions and in your mind. And so you're holding on to these ideas of perfection when that doesn't exist. Everything you have will be provided for you is the message that they're giving. So everything that you need will be given to you. You have a lot of hopes and dreams that you keep secret right now, which is fine. Okay, so focus in on one maybe. So if there's something that you've been wanting to try, a hobby maybe, go for it. For some of you, I'm getting that there could be romance coming. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything. Any messages here before I let you go? Yep, stay persistent, stay strong. Keep your heart open to the good things that are coming. Remember, there's more happening beneath the surface. Got 2 dogs today, so dogs live in the moment. They don't worry so much about the future. They're happy with what they have, and they enjoy the simple things. Spend some time with friends. Keep dreaming, focusing in on your goals, focusing, dreaming, your secrets, your goals. Okay, so before I go, this one reminds us to don't judge anyone until you've walked a mile in their shoes, right? So that's important. Okay. Yep, so awesome things coming. New seasons coming, so, cycles, cyclic energy. Things are going to work out. So remember, you're not alone. Your spirit guides want to help you. But don't get discouraged about what you don't have and start focusing on the things that you could have. Don't compare yourself to others. And they want to remind you that you're not trapped. Even though you feel that way, you're not trapped. Okay, so thank you so much, Group 3, for watching. If this resonated, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. And feel free to subscribe and hit the little bell if you want to hear about more posts in the future. Okay, thanks so much. Bye.